Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Richard, founder of Short Term Rental University and Airbnb Superhost, and I'm here today with Emmett, who's one of the coaches at Real Water Sports. This dude's an epic kiteboarder, and now I'm going to do something here. I'm going to show you. This is my guy Eric.
Hey
guys. He's an Airbnb host, and so we're talking a lot of real estate. And as I like to do when I travel, I like to mix business with pleasure. We're talking real estate. Eric has seen a few spots. We took a look at a 12-unit motel, and now we're taking a look at this property. It's a smaller lot, needs a little bit of work, but here's the thing. It's a foreclosure. So now it's owned by the bank, and they're looking to get rid of it. Eric has seen it before. He knows a little bit of the details, and we're walking around. So you can see for sale, and then when we come in here, it's not the most beautiful property, but it doesn't need to be. One thing that Eric told me about is this brick here, which isn't particularly nice, and could be painted white, make it a little bit more beachy. It's to hide the steel beams because this is a prefabricated home that was dropped on to the beams underneath there. We can look at that in the back. But as we go in here, the place needs a little bit of TLC, fresh coat of paint, and some decoration. It's empty, but the price is insanely right. So let's go in and check it out. So one thing I want to highlight is there's just no trespassing, vacancy posting, notices. I mean, this is legitimate. This isn't like a make-believe story. Really big, wide open spaces, living room. It does feel more like a modular home in here, but that's, again, because it's completely white, there's really nothing here. So once it's decorated and furnished and, you know, a little bit of paint and so on, I think it'll look much better. And again, from a Airbnb perspective, it's 3 bedrooms. We're in Waves, North Carolina, down off Hatteras and Nags Head. Huge beach community. People come here and they fish, they kite surf, they stand up paddleboard, they kayak. I mean, it's all things summer and it's all American and there's just tons of demand. These 2 gentlemen here who are like locals and have been here for 4 years, you said, Emmett? And how many years have you been here?
That's my second year.
Okay, second year. There's just no housing, right? So even the coaches have difficulty. Some of them stay in trailers, some of them rent rooms. So there's just no housing, and for vacation rentals, some of the more expensive places get $10,000 a week or more. This is definitely a lower price point, but Eric thinks $300 a night is reasonable. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, so I don't see why that's unreasonable. And at that point, you know, the cap rate is really significant. The return could be great. So, you know, there's some things that need to be fixed, like look at this. And I think, you know, I would probably whitewash and paint all of this so it looks a little cleaner, more modern. I'd put some art, I'd maybe paint some of the white walls a different color so that, you know, it doesn't look so boxy. The single biggest issue that I've seen is this, and I don't know if that's mold or not. We'd have to get it tested, but it doesn't look good to me, to the naked eye. Or said differently, I just know I need to investigate that a little bit more. If we come out here, there's no exit to the backyard right here. That's through the laundry room. But, you know, I don't see why you couldn't just put a double door and just go right out into the deck. And then in the backyard here, a little bit of landscaping or a wood fence to hide the buildings behind. And now all of a sudden you have, you know, a decent amount of privacy. The one big thing that I think, you know, is a question mark, if we go through here, and again, this is a foreclosure, so like this window's broken, and they put this in here. Let's go out onto the deck. And Eric, what I want to show everyone is the septic situation. Because that's probably the worst thing about this property from an eyesore perspective. If you could just show the PVC pipe that goes from underneath the house down into the backyard isn't really what, you know, we think of when we think of all-American backyard grilling and so on. So a pretty simple solution would be to build up something with wood, CCA wood, make it a planter, make it a seat, a bench or whatever, and then all of a sudden you have a really nice backyard. Right over here is the ocean. How far? 300 yards?
It's literally a 7-minute walk.
Okay, 7 minutes to the beach, and how far to the bay?
3 minutes.
3 minutes, and Real Water Sports is what, a quarter of a mile? This is the walkway down to the ocean. It's just at the end where you see that house. You see the guy walking down there. He's going fishing. And then if we zoom over this way, that's the bay where we've been kiteboarding and everything else. And so the location's fantastic. So The location is excellent. The home itself is fine for an Airbnb. The backyard could use a little bit of love, but I mean, this is a great investment opportunity and one of the highest yielding returns that I've seen in a long time. You know, I think this place is either underpriced because of the foreclosure and some of the issues that we've discussed, or we're not going to be able to achieve as much as $300 a night. But one of the two is wrong relative to the rest of the Airbnb rental marketplace and vacation marketplace. My guess is this place is underpriced and it's a really good buy. And so we're actually walking around inside and going to speak to the broker and see, maybe there's something to be done. Maybe the three of us can be in business, and any of you STRU people that want to participate in some equity, let's talk. I mean, when you find a deal, you got to do something. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Please go ahead and like it, and thank you, Emmett and Eric. Woo! All right, guys, cool. Thank you.